Do you feel tired all the time? Do you feel like a zombie every time you speak to someone or try to do something? Are you drinking a lot of energy drinks, 6 to 7 coffees every day, but to no avail? What if I told you there is literally a solution to that very problem, and it's simpler than you think? The solution was given to me in the army. It's to have such a demanding daily schedule that you have no time to waste and are obliged to act fast. But I'm not in the army. How can I implement that? You don't need to be in the army. I will explain the very concept. But first, I'm warning you, the solution might sound simple, might be simple, but that doesn't mean it's easy. So if you are looking for an easy solution, go find another YouTuber or another dopamine video, because this is not it. But if you stay, I promise you, this will help you tremendously. Now, I need you to split the day in three: the morning, the evening, and the night. Let's start with the morning. Every military man wakes up at 6 at least. So we need to start the day early. We need to do what's called to seize the day. The very first thing you need to do when you wake up is drink water. Don't see your phone. If there isn't war out there, you probably haven't missed anything. The very next thing you do is crucial as well. Make your bed. No, I'm not saying this because I'm in the military and we go through inspection. I'm saying this because you need to take responsibility. Be accountable for your own bed. Don't let your parents do that. It's a form of disrespect to them. And I see many guys today disrespect their parents, live off them, and I don't think that's cool. The reason we make our beds is to obtain a trait called accountability. We learn to be accountable for our own actions. The third thing you need to do is stretch. Monk position, legs, the arms. If you got the energy, go for a light cardio session. Soldiers woke up and were active because they had to. They had to either move to another location, move forward, or defend from an ambush. Now, you don't need to do that anymore, but that mentality, that mind hack, that will assist you for the rest of your day. Now, we've talked about what you should do early in the morning. Let's talk about what you should not do. The very first thing you should not do is breakfast. I'm sorry to break it to you, but breakfast, as we know them, are an invention from cereal companies. Think about it. Did your great grandparents eat breakfast? Did ancient warriors wake up and eat cereal? No. So don't break your fast. We need that hunger for the entire morning. We need you to be aware. After you eat, you probably feel very, very sleepy. Now that's been proven scientifically by Huberman, and it's because your body is not meant to eat that early. In contrast, when you eat, you are meant to sleep or recover. That's what tribes do. Now, the second thing I need you to avoid for at least 2 hours is coffee. You can look this up if you don't believe me, but when you drink coffee in the first 2 hours of your day, it doesn't really help you. That caffeine is not as strong as 2 hours after you wake up. In a few simple words, your energy levels will not go up from drinking coffee immediately after waking up. Take your caffeine at a later time with no sugar. I love coffee as well. The third thing I need you to avoid is being and thinking negative. Look, I get it. Most of us don't live the way we really want to. We don't understand why we go to school, why our lives might not be what we wanted them to be. And it's difficult for me to say it to you, but you need to have gratitude, my friends. Inner positivity, gratitude for being alive and having a bed to sleep and food to eat. Things that should not be taken for granted. Be happy about your environment. It's going to make you a lot better. I'll explain. If your environment sucks, it will build you hunger and desire to change it. That desire gradually must be transformed to action. Action will lead you to what you visualize, success, but it all starts with gratitude. Let's recap our morning routine. We seize the day by waking up early, making our beds, activating our bodies, and having gratitude. We avoid breakfast, coffee for the first 2 hours after waking up, and negativity. Most of us go to school or work in the mornings, so for 8 hours you'll have to focus there, unfortunately. I understand that you may not like it there, heck, you might even hate it, but be the best you can be. Don't give your 100%, of course. We need that for the remainder of the day. Just be on point, focused, and you'll not only do fine, but look great at school or work without even trying. If you really think about it, these are tasks tailored for the average man. We are striving for the top 1%, which is way more difficult than some school tests or paperwork at your boring job. These are trivial, simple tasks compared to the pursuit of financial freedom and building the mind and body to be at its peak. So now we finish school or work, we're going back home. I need you to listen carefully. I know you haven't eaten anything in the morning. I know you feel hungry, but I don't care. I don't care what time it is either. I need you to go to the gym. Got no gym membership? Work at home. Got no equipment? You know what push-ups are? You know what planks are? You know what squats are? Now you've done your workout. You've earned your food. Understand the word I used. Earned, not given. You deserve it now. You did not before. If you are at this point of time, you have finished 2 workouts already and done the chores of work or school. Now it's time for mental work. What I would suggest is reading. Now you can read any book you want as long as the person who wrote it is a personal idol to you. Don't read what looks good. Read what is actually good for you. For example, I'm a huge fan of Marcus Aurelius and his leadership traits. I wanted to implement them to my real military life and of course my YouTube channel. So I read Meditations. Another thing I would suggest is listening to podcasts. Now this is the best solution for people who cannot focus or when you're driving from place A to place B. Instead of listening to music, you can gain information from a podcast. There are a variety of podcasts which helped me learn a lot of things. Again, avoid the viral titles. Look for advice that will actually assist you in what you are trying to achieve, like Ayman Gatsi. I also listen to guests on Joe Rogan. One of them is Huberman, who talks scientifically with evidence about sleep, habits, workouts, any subject you've got questions about. Other guests might be Goggins, even Mr. Beast. Again, successful people from whom I want to learn and implement things because they have paved the way. Now, we've done our evening intellectual session. It's nighttime. You can either finish the day strong with a workout or continue studying either online or reading. I like to run at night. I get to think what I did through the day, even get ideas for my channel or website. There's a quote I like by Conor McGregor. At the end of the day, you gotta feel some way, so why not feel unbeatable? That's a quote I relate to very much. Now, I want you to feel that way too. Finish the day strong, but don't misunderstand me. Get your sleep. At least 6 hours of sleep. I know most of the successful self-improvement YouTubers are telling you to get 8 hours, but they forgot that to get where they are right now, at some point, they were not sleeping that much every day. They had to work hard, sacrifice sleep and friends to get where they are. And this is what it takes, really. Now, when it comes to sleep, avoid the phone for at least 15-20 minutes. I've came up with a system to do that because it was very difficult for me. I take a 10-minute hot bath before sleep. You might have noticed what I'm about to say, but never really thought about it. When your temperature is up, you get very sleepy. In contrast, when you use cold water on your head, you wake up quite violently and you are very aware of your environment. So use that small hack. After you've done looking at your phones, doing the things you want to do, put your alarm clock and don't touch it again. Have a hot bath and I guarantee you, then you will want to sleep immediately. Now, before you actually sleep, I want you to journal. Write what you did through the day, some personal thoughts. Get a retrospective of what you did right and what you did wrong. All the things we've said in this video might not go well every day. Sometimes we've got things to do. Sometimes situations happen in our lives. What I want you to promise me is that you will at least attempt this routine for a month and try to be very disciplined doing it. Now you've got nothing to lose, my friend, and everything to gain. And I promise you, this video will change everything. You are going to be what you aspire to be. Just put the work. Until the next time, my man.